I just want to thank you so much, Mary. And it was a journey for many of us. What goes on in the church, we have no clue how the church operates inside. Only thing that we know, they go and then convert people and all that, but how they retain them, how they control them, how they silence them, and all these things, you have described it very clearly. And so we really thank you so much for that. And so just I will take about 2-3 minutes and say something about our Global Hindu Heritage Foundation before we open it for a question and answer session. We started this organization in 2006. We have done a lot of things for the last 15 years. So all of you can go to our website, SaveTemples.org, and you can look at our progress, what we have done over the last 16 years. In the last 1 year, so after so much deliberation and frustration and agony and whatnot, so we said we have to do something at the ground level. All the books that we have written, all the discussions we have, and all the meetings that we attend, all the pravachanas we listen, they are not making any difference at the ground level. In fact, we are losing Hindus day by day. So how do we curtail it? What is it we can do? That is how we started this Kharavsi last June 2020. So far, I think I want to mention, so far we have converted about 4,000 people. As of the 1st of August, or by 10th of August, I would say. So we had about 22 pracharaks on the ground level in 9 different locations. And we are looking at other locations also. We are planning to hire a few more people because, we are doing 2 things. One, we are able to stop the erosion. That means we are also talking to some Hindu leaders, so that way they would be equipped with some knowledge. So we have prepared 2 documents. One is 4-page document about the rights of the Hindus, and then what according to law, how we can protect it and how we can ask questions, and what are some of the deceptive practices of Christianity. And the second one is 52-page book containing the comparison between Bhagavad Gita and Bible. So now most of our pracharaks are using the Bible verses and then asking the Christian ladies themselves to read what is written in the Bible, because many of them don't know. So, we have seen so many videos, and we may share it later on. I mean, even the Christian ladies are just, they are appalled at some of the things, what is written in the Bible, because very few people read Bible. So all those things are there. So I don't want to take much time. So, so if you want to help, please do so. We can ask, we can say so much about what is happening in Andhra, and this is that, all kinds of things. But the only thing that I want all of you to reflect on is, what is it I am doing for my religion? Am I supporting a cause? Am I supporting something? Am I going on the ground level? So ask yourself, because we can criticize for next the whole life, but doesn't help. You have to be practical. You have to make sure people are on the ground level, and then try to see how they can reconvert these people back. So I will stop at this at this time. So I think I have written my email address and also my telephone number. You can call me anytime, midnight, it doesn't matter. And so any questions we can discuss individually. So let's open it up for question and answer sessions.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much. And excuse me, I had to take 5 minutes just to know, let you know what is happening in India also. And my name is Srinivas, and I represent Global Hindu Heritage Foundation from India. So, like about after 20 years, I came back to India, and I know Prakash Ragaru from 14 years. The struggle he went through, the books he wrote, the lectures he gave, the universities he visited, and there's immense effort he did. He get up at the morning 2 o'clock and start working with the people in India. So I don't have enough words to say what he did, but yeah, that's what it is. Seeing his work, and I thought I should definitely support his cause. So after coming to India, I started working for the Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. So primarily, my goal and task given by him to me is Garvapsi. So brothers and sisters who move to into the other umbrella or other religions, we are inviting them back to our Sanatan Dharma, explaining them what is greatness about Hindu Dharma and what is that they don't know and what is that they missed it and what is the difference between other religions and our Dharma. These kind of things we keep on explaining people and make them think. Primarily, the goal in Garbhapati is not to shout or hate other religions or to build a hatred against other people. No, that's not what we do. We explain what we are and what we are doing, what is our history, what is our ancestry, and what is our blood, something like that. That's what we do. And basically, the questions we put to them is making them think like what is really wrong with on the other side. That is what we want to do, because keep on giving lectures and sermons don't help people. They don't even that they listen to you for 10 minutes and go around and they watch TV on the other human channels. That's what happening. But if you put a question in such a way that they go back and think for a day, that is the change. That's where the change starts. And that's what I am expecting. So these are the questions we are going to the people onto the streets and okay, explaining them. So this is how it is written in the Bible, and this is what our Sanatan Dharma is think, and what is the difference, and what kind of difference you are expecting. So people started thinking, and really, there's a very great response. Honestly, I should say there are more people from other religions attentively listening to what we are speaking than our own people. That is quite an interesting fact now, because our people think, when I say our people, the people from our Hindu religion or Sanatan Dharma, they think that they know a lot. So they don't listen attentively. But people on the other side, they carefully listen and try to understand and think, and they put the same questions to their pastors. That's what is happening now. So the aim of Garvapsi is to bring back our people into our religion. And the second piece is that not let our people go back to other side. So these are the two concepts we are working on. And how we organize things is we have close to, I think now we have 19 people on board working. And there are two levels of people. One is a pracharik, and the other person we call it as a sahayak or saha pracharik. So these people accompany the main prachariks. So when we go onto the streets, one person will give an initiation and start a talk, and the second person keeps supporting them, what happened, sharing their experiences, these kind of things we are doing it. So we have 19 people across Andhra and Telangana now. And there are people coming from Chandigarh, Kerala also asking to join them. So we are supporting them with our material, and Dr. Prakash Ragaru is also going to print the material in English so that other people from the other states also will be able to follow and understand the stuff. That's what we are doing now. And when people go onto the streets, to thing is that there is the only way to knock a door and talk to the people and explain. There's no other means. But we tried all other attempts and did not work. So when we go onto the streets, our people go and ask people to come and sit in a common place, make them comfortable and start explaining. Not one-on-one, we collect all the people, sit in a group and explaining him. It is so interesting and really touching now. Even our prachars are really thrilled. But honestly, we should appreciate these people who has so much courage to go into the streets. It's not easy thing to go into a slum and ask people to come and sit and listen what we are saying, where the Christianity is very prevalent and very dangerous now. Particularly in the state of Andhra Pradesh, you cannot even dare to enter in some other places. So we should honestly appreciate these people, and I should say these are our soldiers now. we can sit in a room and talk for hours and hours, but there's a lot of difference being sitting on the ground and work there. So we have very good number of people now, and we are recruiting more people. Our criteria is only one thing: they should have very good understanding of what our dharma is. They should have a fire to go out and talk and explain. It's not kind of a job. It's not, they're not working for a salary, but we are supporting from Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. We're paying some amount. That is really a big boost for them. We're providing the material they need. We're providing the pamphlets where they can go into the streets and share. And we're kind of a platform. Every day, almost, I call every person and collect the data. What streets they visited, how many people they touched, and what is the feedback? Is there any offense? Who are the people objecting? Who are people that are threatening us? How should we reach them? Who is the police officer near there? How to touch that person? What kind of information we should have handy. These kind of things we are working on. And recently we started working with a different team who is a specialist in collecting the Right to Information Act. So the job of these people is to collect the information on the churches or the pastors who are authorized and who has permission to what is that, to go to churches and all those things. So this is definitely very good information for us, because 90% of the churches don't have permission in Andhra Pradesh. So whenever anybody come and threaten us, we're going to show this document saying that, okay, this is your church and you don't have a permission to have a church here. So what do you expect us to do? You want to go legally or you stay quiet? So when you put these kind of questions, most of the people, they step back a little bit and let our work do as we want. So that is really helping us. And Global Hindu Heritage Foundation is also funding these people, because you don't get information just like that. There's some amount of money to be spent on that, and it is becoming more expensive now. Even pracharaks also, at their own will, they're doing this pracharam for the dharma's sake. So it's our duty to support them. And I know that whatever I give is not a big amount, because when these are all middle class people, they go street to street, village to village, they have the expenses to go on an auto or a bus, and these kind of expenses, we're supporting that. And I'm expecting more people will join us to support these people and hire more number of pracharaks. So that is one thing. And also, most of the people ask us two types of questions. One is, how do you start the discussion? How to initiate a discussion? So usually we're going to ask them like, where are you from? How are you doing this? How you end up coming here? These kind of things. And then second question is, okay, these all your problems got resolved? Are you still having problems? So if you still have problems, then what's the fun? So these kind of things we're having, and we have a bunch, like more than 70, 80 examples we have. So we're working on those lines. And as you said, Mary, like you said, what they're doing is kind of a fishing. That's a really good example. And what we are doing is that we're trying to save the people who are getting flooded out. So we're saving the people. So I think that is a kind of a comparison we can do that. And seriously, that's what we're doing. They're about to drown, and we're trying to pull them out. So, and we're seeing a good success there also. Also, finally, what I would like to say is that most of the people here in the Zoom, they're all supporting our Sanatan Dharma. We want people to take these things seriously. Either you be a soldier or help people who are working like a soldiers. Just support whatever you can. Just simple talks is not really helping us at all. So please play some role, do something for us, and let us do whatever we want to do, and please support us. And I definitely hope by end of this year, every district in Andhra and Telangana, we want the pracharaks to be recruited, and we need Saha pracharaks also, because a person alone going into the street with a Bhagavad Gita is not easy, not safe, and is very dangerous. So we need at least a team of 3 people going on a mission on every place. Wherever they go, it should be a 3 people team. And we are training those people how to do this, and if anyone confronts them, how to handle this, whom to reach, whom to call. Actually, we're hiring a few more people also who seriously want to support us. So wherever there is an issue, this team will go there with their own expenses and attend there and resolve the issue or file a case or a complaint or call a police, whatever these things is there. We are trying to work on those lines also, because Pracharak who is going onto the street, if he is a very soft spoken person in India, he cannot handle people who are pushing him back out of the street. So they need a support of this kind. So I'm working on those lines also, because they need to have a confidence that if they need, there are people behind him. So that's all I want to say, sir. And uh, shall I open for questions and answers now?
Hello, sir. This is Venkatesh from Bangalore. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Sir, we are also doing a lot of activities on this ground in Bangalore. But it would help us if you can get that, if you can send that material to us, that you have a question comparison between Bible and Bhagavad Gita. If you can send that, I have put my mail ID and the phone number also. My name is Venkatesh. Okay.
Yes, you see, I got your email address. We will share that information right away.
Please, sir. And also this video, whatever Madam has
Yes,
spoken,
it is being recorded, and we will have it in a couple of days in YouTube.
Sure, sir. It's a great salute, Madam. Thank you.
Yeah, we will have it ready.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, the next question is from Praveen. Yeah, kindly unmute yourself.
Oh, so hi. So this is Praveen from Nagpur, and I just have a question to Suresh Iyer. That is so I heard that so that there are different branches or the churches in Christianity. So there is a Catholic church that is actually not doing conversions, or they are not practicing like this. So is that true? And also I have a second question, but that is to the other people.
Okay, so you're saying that Catholic churches are not doing conversions, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. No, that's never true, because for every church, that is their commission. The methods they use may be different. So you will not see a Catholic church do the same thing like the others are doing. So because of the difference of methods that they use to convert, it doesn't look like they're converting, but their mission is to convert. It's not true that they're not there to convert.
Okay. I have a question to Prakash Raoji. So can I ask that question also?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Prakash Raoji. So this is regarding the converting back to Hinduism. So yes, we also as a Hindu, we always accept different Dharmians people in our society. But there is a problem because we have a very casteism inherent in our society. So roti vyavahar can be done. So that is not a problem. So, but what is about the beti vyavahar? Because how we will accept them? Converted back.
Okay. I got your caste. I got your question. I think let us talk about it. I shared my number. I think I have probably your number also. We will talk offline, because I think I want to make sure that Mary Suresh Iyer will get all the chance, and everybody will get a chance to ask her question. So I will address it to you later on. Please call me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Prakash Ragaru, let me jump in a little bit.
Yeah.
So are you trying to tell me that as a Christian, they don't have any caste discriminations? You're making an assumption that as long as they live in the Christian fold, that they don't have any caste discriminations. And at the moment they want to convert back into Hinduism, then they have to get their caste identity. So that assumption itself is wrong, because even as a Christian, you still have your caste identity. If you go to Tamil Nadu, you have separate cemeteries for Christians from Dalit backgrounds and separate cemeteries for Christians who are from non-Dalit backgrounds. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, thank you for the answer, Andy. Next person, it's Dr. Senthil. Put yourself.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Namaste. And my name is Dr. Senthil. I'm going through the religious scriptures for the last 20 years, and I'm taking parabrahma.com and mantrayogam.com is my website. And I'm also taking classes last 3.5 years. And regarding the comparison of Bhagavad Gita and the Bible, somebody asked the question. I just want to inform you guys that our Krishna died exactly 5,123 years back on February 18th, midnight, 2:10 a.m. That much precise we are in our religion. And Bhagavad Gita was written during the Mahabharata time. And Krishna and Vedavyasa lived during the time, and everything was authenticated. That is why we call it as Itihas. And wherein I want to talk about Christianity, Bible, and many of you may not know this information. You need to know this. And we say today it is 2021. We assume that 2021 years back, Jesus Christ was born, which is not true, because they themselves don't know when Jesus Christ was born. And after his death, 70 years later only, first book was written by some anonymous author, and he has not given his name. And in the next 20 years, 4 people write 4 different books. And again, all 4 of them don't mention their names. And these 4 people are called the Gospels of Christianity. Now, out of them, 3 of them repeat the same information. 1 minute, sir, I'll complete. Just give me a minute only. Just give me a minute only.
Take 1 minute.
Give me a minute only. I'll finish it. I'll finish it.
Okay.
So, 4 books were written in terms of 20 years, and in 200 years, another 50 books were written, and over 700 years, around 70 books were written, and they all meet in Turkey, which is supposed to be Constantinople. They all sit together and compile 69 versions of 69 people, and they make it as one book, which is called as Bible. So you pick up any Bible in the world and look at the Bible in the front page, it will have 60 to 70 books and authors. It is not written by one person. It is a book which is contradiction of 69 books. So we cannot compare that to our Bhagavad Gita, which is written by Vedavyas and authenticated by Krishna. So he lived during the Krishna time, and the whole world knew about it. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the information.
You can share, if you don't mind, give me a call or share your information. Yeah, next one, please.
Okay, we have Murali. Actually, you can please unmute yourself, Dr. Murali.
Hi. Yes. Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to actually talk about ask Mary Ji about this. I see, in my own research, sociological research, that a lot of people who are converting, at least at the lower middle class to the lower strata of the society, they have this a feeling of having been affiliated with the white man's club by becoming a Christian, and somehow that is superior. So this is a global problem, I think. We are all in awe of the West. And, we believe in a lot of things. For example, using Roman numerals, you can't even do addition and subtraction. But we believe this West gave us science and all these kind of nonsensical, unscientific, illogical conclusions, which is also perpetrated in the academia across the globe as well. Without fighting this, I think we can never get rid of the Christian imperialism. So this is my thought. So, I would like your comment on this, please. Thank you.
Of course, right? See, once the assumption is that once you become a Christian, you become a part of an elite group. And this is not for everybody, but they have enough samples of it to give a hope that everybody can become like that. So Christians have done it so tactfully that they have picked the brightest of them and made them the icons of elitism. And then every Christian aspires to become that icon. So it is a deceptive process.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, then we can go ahead with Radhika Singh. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm in full agreement with Madam. This is regarding the caste affiliation, even in the Christian, after even people get converted to Christianity, the caste affiliation still exists even there. Like what you said in Tamil Nadu, it's much more pronounced. So I'm in full agreement with Madam that the caste affiliation is still there even in Tamil Nadu churches also. Yeah. And I don't think that there's any the point in going to Christianity. They're all free from all the caste problems what they faced in Hinduism. That's not so. It is still much pronounced in even the caste suffix. Even the caste suffix also exists with people who preach. The evangelists also. They even I have seen people having the caste affiliation, even the name also. Still, it continues even after going to Christian fold. And like the Christian missionaries, Christian separate Christian cemeteries existing and all that. Even recently, I think people might have seen the video of one of the pastors, which whom I don't want to name, but he went to the extent of insulting Bharat Mata, and things are going that worse, which needs immediate addressal. I think the Kharavsi programs, which if spread in full momentum, I think we may be heading towards some healthy conclusion to bring people into Hindu fold, and there may be some. So still, I hope there's a silver lining among the dark clouds. So that is what I want to give my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you. I think if Mary would like to comment, that's fine. Otherwise, we will move on to next question.
We can move on.
Yeah. Radhika Singh, I think you're next. Please unmute yourself.
Namaste. I had a question. Do you have these Kharavsi programs going on in West Bengal as well?
No. You see, this is what we started only 1 year ago. A lot of people are calling. As you know, it takes a lot of money. I think we are just not realizing how much effort, how many hours of work is needed, how much money is needed. So somebody has to come forward, and we will help whatever way we can. If anybody will call us, we have no problem. Somebody actually wanted to send somebody to one of our pracharaks, so that way he can see exactly how he is approaching the problem when he meets with Christians. So he wanted to have 1 week training. They want to do it in Dehradun. So we are very open to that kind of arrangement.
Okay, but
So
that's
they have to show the interest and then call us, so that way we can help whatever way we can.
Got it. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Radhika, if you can find someone with a similar ideology, what we're looking for, you can definitely support them. And there's nothing like we want to bind to one limitation, but yeah, we need people with that similar ideology, has a fight to work on it, and we can definitely give a guidance and share our material.
I grew up in West Bengal, in Kolkata. I'm living in the US for the last almost 2 decades. If I relocate back, I'll definitely get back in touch with you. I would be interested in doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to step in a little bit, because I see a lot of questions asked, like how are we going to do this? How are we going to financially support it? How do I do it? Before I answer that question, I'll tell you how they do it, because I know how they do it. Okay. My father, he's 75 now. Okay. He just turned 75 a few months ago. And he got converted when he was 25. So he was an active Christian for 50 years. In the past 50 years, I can count on my fingers how many Sundays he stayed home. Every single Sunday, he was in some place, setting up a church, or preaching in a church, or going and inviting people to come to the church. And like I said, I can count on my fingers how many Sundays he missed doing that. Did he do it for money? No. In fact, he paid his own money to do all these things.
So, ask a question here. Sorry to butt in, but what is the motivation to actually do such kind of I would say more than a sacrifice? I mean, what is the real motivation here? Just purely because on love for Jesus, or what? You've been brainwashed so badly.
Yeah, because he's trying to save people. Because it's an urgent. There is only one life, and during this one life, your destiny is decided either to burn in hell eternally, or to go to heaven eternally.
So it's pure brainwashing, acting on people. That's all it is then, right?
The mission is urgent, right? Because he has only one life, and people around him have only one life. So he has to do whatever he can in this one life.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, next, let's move to the next question. I think we have Raja actually. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hey, namaste. Suresh Raja here. Appreciate a very detailed presentation and very crisp. Such awareness sessions are really required. I have one question for the group as such, and I see all are motivated. There are different groups already in this, and I am pretty much involved in Seva Bharati in Kerala. There is Vanvasi program being run. Instead of standing out alone and following a lonely tunnel, are we in a position to align, combine resources and move forward? Because I already heard answers that we don't have resources, we have limited people. So can we combine, can we align who are like-minded, not necessarily Sangh Parivar, but people, in any case, a lot of people are doing it outside as well. So don't you think we should even look at that side?
Definitely. I mean, you can call us. I think our number is given in this chart. So please call us and see how best we can coordinate and work together. And of course, as you know, resources are limited, but we will do the best we can and see how best we can get organized. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one in line is S.N. Satyanamanaji. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, Pawan, thanks. Actually, I just wanted to request everybody that, just post your comments, be interactive. We have a website called SaveTemples.org, and we have been trying to do a lot of things. And I want to request everybody to participate actively, share your thoughts, and try to connect with us. Let's have a plan of action. This is as a part of the organization itself, I'm trying to request everybody. And please also share all these things and get more people involved. Try to make them mobilize this whole movement. That's my request. That's all I have. Nothing else.
Yeah. Thank you, Neman Garu. I just want to mention, so he's one of our board of trustee. In the same way, Srinivas, and then Pawan, and I think a lot of other people that I may have seen, that Vinay Bopana and Prashant, Tulasi Tumala, and Prasad Elamanchari, who is the chairman for this organization. So we have about 9-10 people, board of trustees. So they are the ones who is doing all the work at the ground level. Thank you.
Let me jump in a little bit here. I have a question. I have seen many miracles in Christianity in YouTube. What is your opinion about this? Somebody texted this. If there were that many miracles happening on YouTube, in real life, not one Christian should have died with COVID. In Andhra Pradesh, a lot of Christian pastors died. So why did their God fail them? And I'll give you
Very tough question.
a very small, I will give you an example of what is happening in many Christian churches. And just for your all information, the church that my father is associated with is a church that recruits people as lay evangelists. Lay evangelists is, you don't have to go to any theological college or anything. They have their own training center. They train you as a family, as an individual, and they send you to become a pastor or a missionary. They recruited a young couple like this. Both of them had government jobs. The person's name is Ratna Kumar. He died 4 months ago due to COVID. He and his wife both resigned their jobs. They work in a place called Kavali. And they've been working for this organization for I think 15, 20 years after they quit their jobs. Now, he died of COVID 3, 4, 5 months ago. The church kicked the wife out because without the man, she's of no use. Not only that, they remember, these people are supposed to take care of not just their family and others too. They had their own 2 sons and they adopted 2 more sons. So they have 4 children being raised in that family. And after the husband died, because she's a lecturer, they asked her to move to one of their schools to work as a teacher. And the girl kind of said, I'm still grieving, I don't want to go. And when she refused to go, the church elders decided to frame her for having an illegal relationship with her adopted son. the lady committed suicide a week ago. So COVID opened up a lot of fraud that happens in Christian societies. So no, what you're seeing on YouTube is what is not reality of what is happening inside Christian churches today. And they all know that. And like I said, if this is the time where people in Christian communities are struggling with what is happening in their families, in their societies, in their communities. And this is an opportune time for us to go that extra mile to show them the truth.
All right, let's move to the next question. I think we have to wrap the presentation in a couple of minutes. So whoever is asking a question, try to be as brief as possible, please. So next one, Tarun, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, namaste. My name is Tarun. I'm from Hyderabad. So my question was the people who converted from Hinduism to Christianity in the Telangana, Andhra Pradesh region, majority of them, they belong to the scheduled caste, especially those Madigas and Mala community. So how are you able to tackle them and convert them into?
So what is, no, are you able, I'm not able to understand. Is it because they belong to a certain caste that it is?
Yeah, that's what I feel is that if you observe majority of those upper caste, they tend to prevent the lower caste from entering them. Right? It's not the Brahmins who stop, it's the upper caste, like those upper caste like the Reddis, Kammas, who tend to stop people. If you go to villages and all, you observe that there's a divide between the two castes.
So are you saying that they are using the caste fault lines to convert people? Is that what you're saying? And how to
but even after they get converted,
no, the thing is, the conversions happen across communities, but you see more people falling into the trap from the communities that you mentioned. Okay. And there are many reasons for that. I'm not going to go into all the reasons, but the main reason for these people is economic upliftment. Okay, the promise of economic upliftment, and that promise is too hard for them to resist.
And how we are successful to bring them back to our thing is usually they go because of so many hopes and false promises, and most of them don't get fulfilled, and they see the same things even after going there. As Mary ma'am has said, there are all cash issues, all these differences still existing on the other side also. So after we explain them what is happening, what is the truth, once they start listening and we put the questions to them and make them think, 90% of the people, they're sure, like at least they start thinking, and that is the beginning of a change for us.
Okay, we'll move to the next question. Vittal Karaji, please unmute yourself.
Mary Garu, appreciate taking your time and coming on board and doing this. What I request you to do is basically take this up as a personal mission of yours and devote 100% of your time to this. And everybody who's on this call, you need to start treating this, the fire is on. We don't have time to dig the well. Okay, each one, instead of questioning, what everybody is doing, I think each one of us should contribute financially, morally responsible, and go and work in the villages. And to that extent, I have told Prakash Rao Garu, I'm going to be sending him money and sponsoring a few people to work on the road. We need to treat ourselves as a corporation. We need to create an endowment fund. So dhanam moolam idam jagat, we need to stop talking about this and start acting. So I would nominate maybe Suresh Iyer Garu to become a CEO of a corporation that collects endowment funds all across the globe. The Hindu community is the richest community in the world. Don't tell me we can create a foundation equivalent to Soros Foundation. We should be able to do that. I think each one of us need to take this up as high priority. And if I'm sponsoring sevaks on the ground. I need to tell my family, go tell my friends, and bring in another 5, 6 people every month. So let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's not question, okay, yeah, we can do great things, but the house is on fire. That's my whole thing. And I really appreciate, Mary Garu, you're taking the time. I think you need to do this in Telugu, in other languages, and have this go viral on YouTube. This is no time to waste and keep bullshitting about it. That's my 2 cents. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And just to give you an idea of what I have done on the ground, I went back to my ancestral village that my father pretty much converted half of the village to Christianity. And right amongst 11 churches that they built, I kind of reconsecrated the Grama Devata temple that my family used to take care of. This was 2 years ago.
Excellent.
And I also have a project underway where I'm starting a small Goshala in Tamil Nadu. So yes, it's a lot of work, and the charity begins at home. So I want to put that first. I want to put my first thing inside before I start off the other one. So
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Right. Let's go to the next question. Bhargava, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Pawan. And it's an honor working with Prakash Rao Garu. And it's double an honor talking to Mary Suresh Iyer ji. I listened to your speeches with Shivashakti. Well, I don't know if this is a question, but yeah, I got to ask. I understand your parents are still Christians. If so, I'm not sure, but if so, how you are trying to bring them back? Probably it could be a challenge, and it's a learning experience also. If we are able to do this, probably we could be achieving greater while converting and then bringing people back. So how do you think you could, or you lost hopes?
So you put me on a spot right here, right? No.
Not like that. It's not like because
no. I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. No, it is the hardest fight. It's not easy because, I mean, if I have to do that, I would need 4 more births in order to do that. But I'm trying because, see, it is not so much about talking, but it is about doing actions. Like I said, my going and staying with them at a time when I went, at a time when even people who are living inside the country itself could not go visit their own people. And I have to do more with actions than with words. And they slowly are seeing that I'm different. My value system is different. So it is my actions that eventually might win them over. Internally, they might accept. Here is the thing. It takes a lot to come out and say, I'm done with Christianity, I'm a Hindu now. But at least internally, that churning has started in my family members. And will they take that churning through to call it quits? I don't know. But I know definitely that the churning has started.
We have just 10 minutes, so we're going to wrap it pretty quickly. So let's go to the next question. Shabariji, can you unmute your phone, please?
Please make only one question per head, please.
Hello. Actually, I'm Sabrina from Kerala. Actually, this is not a question. We are running one Sanatana Dharma Padashala in Kerala. Actually, we are facing the similar problems from the Christianity group because a lot of conversions are going on in Kerala. Everybody knows that. But we ourselves understood that if we are teaching our doctrines to the children, then only we can prevent that. So for the last 11 years, we are running a Sanatana Dharma Padashala, and we have an attendance of at least 100 students from 2nd standard to engineering. So for the last 11 years, I told. So what I'm asking you is just for publicizing this to the whole other parts of India or other parts of the world. we need some what we call some intellectual assistance from the group like this. Whether you can offer some intellectual assistance. We are not asking that what we call the financial assistance, but the intellectual assistance, if we are getting, that will be beneficial for us and also for others, and that will be a motivation for our students as well as the teachers also.
Sure, please reach out to Prakash Rauji. Right, thank you. Let's move to the next question. Ramya ji, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Ramya. My pranams to you and your team. Actually, you are doing a wonderful job. I don't know how to reciprocate it. Actually, the thing is, after getting converted, a lot of problems are happening. Actually, I don't know people have this much courage to come out back. It's not that easy. But how to stop our younger generations for not getting converted first? And another strange video I was watching, actually, it is by one of the popular actress. She was just comparing Rig Veda and calling Prajapati as Jesus. I don't know what is their stand. How to stop this sketchy conversions?
Okay, so I will tell you how Christians stop. See, for everything, I'll tell you what they do and see if we can replicate what they do. Okay. So as I was growing in a Christian community, right? What is it that I was, as a Christian child, was required to do? The whole Sunday we spent time in church. Like Sunday was set aside only for church. Once in the middle of the week, Wednesday afternoon was midweek prayer meeting. We all had to go to church. And before Sunday, we had to purify ourselves. So Saturday evening, we had to go for a fasting prayer. At a minimum, these are all, as a Christian, my obligations were towards going to a physical place. Okay. So if you're saying, what is it that I need to ensure that my kids are not getting converted, our younger generations are not converted? Tell me what is in a Hindu child's regiment to keep him in the Hindu fold. How often do they set aside a certain time in a day or a certain day in a week to say that as a Hindu, this is my obligation to prove, to stay in the fold or to do my duty as a Hindu? Do we require our children to do that?
Absolutely.
So it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. So it is not somebody else, but we as a parents have to do that. My parents did that. They dragged us to church. Come wind or high water, we went.
All right. Thanks, Mariji. So let's move to the next question. We have Sharath. Can you please unmute yourself?
Namaste. The first time I saw Mary Suresh was in my uncle's family tree. I saw her son's Upanayana, and I was so happy that she had retained her Christian name with the Hindu name. So it gives an inspiration to many other people to follow suit, the courage to follow what she's doing. I have one simple suggestion. Can we start something like a recurring deposit so that every month a small amount, everybody may not be able to afford a big sum. Like I was thinking, once I have 5,000, let me donate it for GHHF. Can we have something like a small amount every month, as small as 100 rupees a month, that can go regularly to the GHHF so that it becomes a family contribution on a regular basis, like a newspaper subscription, which is affordable, which is easy, multiples of 100 or something. Can we start some campaign like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Kindly reach us after this call. We have the number in the chat. So
yeah, I have spoken to Prakash Rauji. Yeah, I have spoken and referred some people also to contribute, which they did for the Pracharaks. But I want something smaller so that I can present this in my Sevika Samiti and maybe all of us can make a small contribution. It is possible to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely. Thank you. Okay, let's
and one more question. Yeah, just one more question. When a person is converted already, is there any suggestion on how to bring back the person? Because maid's daughter got converted and she's getting a lot of material benefits, but she's turned anti-Hindu within a few months, within 6 months. Now she is scared of Hindu gods. So is there anything that we can do as a householder to bring back that person, or at least stop the person from getting influenced? A Muruga Bhakta has become a Kristu Bhakta, and she's very scared of Murugan now. Just 6 months. She was forcibly married to a Christian. So now it's, and her son is now going to get free education. So it is like, is there anything we can do?
No, the thing is, the perks are too much to resist. So right now, it doesn't seem like you can do much to convert them back, but look for crisis in her personal life, which will come eventually. The abuse will start by the church. Every Christian is abused at some level by the church pastor. When that starts is the time when there is this window of opportunity, and we should keep our eyes open to that. You walk out of Christianity for the most part only when you the questioning usually doesn't arise out of the blue. It happens because of some kind of personal abuse. That will, I promise you, every Christian gets abused at every level.
I think I just want to take half a minute. I think as Hindus, we are not really teaching anything to our children. Further, we are not teaching anything about other religions. As I mentioned, we prepared that 52-page book. It is really creating a lot of sensation among Christian people that we are meeting. When we ask them to read some of the passages, they are ashamed of it. I mean, they may not come out, but they are not able to read even the entire verse. They will stop in the middle because of the incest, sexual promiscuity. You sleep with mother and sister-in-law, you name it. So, even though it is indecent, somewhere we have to convey this message to our children. This is what the Bible is all about. I would say at least 1,000 or 1,500 verses we can find and keep circulating among ourselves. At least we should be equipped first before we can talk to other people.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 hours, Uncle, since we started. I think
just
tired. It's been a very long and detailed session. She has
Yes.
been very patient.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We can close it if there is only just one small question, anybody. Otherwise, we can close it.
All right. Then thank you so much, Maryji, for all the time and effort. I know it's been very inspirational. We will share this video for your permission on YouTube once it is ready.
Sure. Please.
Definitely. All right. Thanks everybody for joining again.
We are all very happy to
Thank
have
you
you
so
here.
much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation again. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.